So this is my everyday journal, and this is what, I've got set up just now, but I've realised it's not working for me, so I need to find a different way to do this. Now, the main thing is I'm not putting in my writing anymore. I've come to a very hard decision, but one that I felt was right. I've tried to focus a lot on my writing side. I am still editing a book that I finished the first draft with, but I felt it was like too much pressure to try and produce things. I do have a writing channel, and I made the decision to delete that channel. And I have to say it has been like a weight off my shoulders trying to think of, the videos and things like that to put up, and it just wasn't working. And I did do, which I mentioned, I think I did it in this one. No, this one. Was it last month? Yes. I had done this and I did really well and I enjoyed it. But I still felt there was, because there's so many people on there, they self-publish their own books and things, and they always seem to have loads of stuff they're doing. And I was just working on the one thing and not getting very far with it. So the writing part of it is going to be coming out. So as you can see, I've not done an awful lot in any of this. And I've realised it's just not working for me. This is this week. See? I've got this video, so I keep shaking the table. So I was looking at other, just on YouTube, looking at things, and I think I've come up with what I want to be doing that might fit my needs more just now. This is the great thing about the bullet journal thing, is that you can adjust it to whatever way you want. So this is just a little notebook, and I've just scribbled down what I think I would like to do. It might change again in the future. It's like I say, it's my own journal, so I can do whatever I want with it. And so I'm going to go ahead. This might be a 2-part video. I might end up doing some of this for tomorrow as well. But we'll see how it goes tonight. It is it's getting a bit late here, and I am up. I'm an early to bed and early up person because I work at 6, so I have to get up at 5 to get along to my work, which is a 10-minute bike ride away. And this page, I'm trying to improve. I was trying all the different kind of brush pens I've got to get, instead of printing out the stickers like I've been doing, like the headings and that, to actually write it in. But my handwriting is just not that great. And I know, it's my journal, so it doesn't matter what it looks like, but I would still like it to look a bit better than this. So I am going to, I've printed out some for this month, and I'll just keep on. So this is me. I was just doing some pen tests for what colours I want in it. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, what I was actually tempted to do, I'll show you these, is to start just a brand new notebook and kind of use this as a scribble pad sort of thing. But I thought, no, that's just wasteful, because I've got a new one like this, because I have enjoyed the square ones that I've been doing. Like my reading journal, I like that. So I've got that one, and I've got this one. And I do have some ideas for this one in particular, which I will do in a future video. But I need to get some printer ink, so that might take a while. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start doing April's setup, my new setup, just to see how it goes. Okay? So I finished my initial setup. As you can see, I have a Japan theme going this month. Never actually thought about it, but April is kind of cherry blossom season, so kind of fitting. So what I've done is I've put my calendar over 2 pages, and I'm just going to scribble in, you know, the things I need to do in whatever date and all that. Yeah, I think this will work. Just add in some more details of things I'm needing to do instead of, I have a big calendar on the wall that I usually just mark things off on, but I think I would like it in this one as well. And yeah, I like that. And because I'm doing cyclical planning, it's the 4 weeks. So then I need to round off the corners still. And then we go into another setup. I'm just putting monthly tags. Before I had, you know, my main priorities for the month, and then I broke it down into tasks each week. I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to do the monthly thing. This is the tasks I need for this month. Crafts. Now, I am attempting to set up a little craft business. Not exactly a business. I will want to make things to sell. I've done this before. I had an Etsy shop. Then Etsy kind of dropped the ball when it came to handmade things and made it difficult for, you know, handmaking artisan, whatever, to be seen on Etsy. But that seems to be changing a little bit now. So I'm going to try that again. There's little markets each year. Little markets each month here, like a producer's farmer's market. I might try and get a little stall there. I've made a couple of tote bags. I'll maybe put a picture in here of the very first one I made. They are of a more gothic leaning, these ones. I'll try and do a variety. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking of. So this year I'll just be maybe purchases I've done for the month. If I've bought more fabric, more polymer clay, things like that. And also just what I've made. And then I'll maybe put a picture. I've done this, put, you know, space for a little photo of things I've made. And I have taken photos of them. And I've never printed them out and put them into, you know, my previous months, which need to get done. And then just again, my journals, make sure I'm updating my everyday when I'm reading one. This section I'm not too sure about. I might change that as well. Like I say, it's evolving. Content, I want to kind of step up my video content for YouTube and also Instagram and TikTok. I'll debate in TikTok, I don't know, but then there's also my Substack. I've started blogging there. I want to do more. And then just what I'm listening to, watching and reading. Listening to would be like podcasts, things like that, or just music. And watching. And then this is my first, because this was getting a bit long, I've just put in my first week and then I'll do the rest after. I've used, this was a Sharpie, this pink outline that you can see, and I've noticed that it's bled through, so I won't be using that one again. And I'm just going to be putting little blurbs down for each day, you know, things I need to do that day in particular. This is an expense log. I was putting in my income and expenses and all that, and I thought there's no point. I get paid exactly the same every week. So this is expense. This is probably too big. I'm just going to put in what I've purchased if I've had to go, you know, to the supermarket and get some milk or things like that. I'll just put what I've spent in there. And that is, so that will be my 4 weeks that I will do. Come on. And I'm not going to bother with the journaling page again, because I'll have these little ones, and anything that in particular that happens, I can just put it in those. So that is me for my new updated layout for April. Again, it might change. Like I say, that journals part, I might change that. It might not be the same. And I will, sorry, I'm just dumping stuff down in here to weigh it down. Yeah, so I might change that. But in the meantime, I'll see how this goes for next month. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye.